Hello patrons, welcome back. Some of you follow me on Instagram, and if you do, you know that last week Austin didn't do perfect on his face check, right? We sent him in for a pre-solo face check, and Dan came back and said that he needs more work on rudder usage, right? Which is pretty broad, and no student of mine is going down like that. So Dan's pretty strict, which is good. He wants all pre-solo candidates landing with the longitudinal axis of the airplane lined up with over the center line while protecting the nose wheel. And at San Carlos we get pretty hellacious crosswinds coming through the hangars there. There's a lot of mechanical turbulence. So students really have to know how to use the rudder. But again, no student of mine is going down like that, so I really thought about it and I started to develop a three-pronged strategy where we were going to go out and do 2 exercises related to kind of just dexterity to get his feet working, then 2 exercises to work on coordinating the use of controls, and then taking it down to a runway to actually work on side slip exercises. So in this video, what you're seeing is kind of the relatively unedited version. This is the skeletal structure of a public YouTube video coming this week called Operation More Rudder. So there's a lot of takeaways in here. It always blows me away when I go through these long form lesson videos, just how many little learning moments are in there. So here it is.
We need to make our turn here,
So
correct?
let's do that with rudder, again, just as a dexterity exercise. So you'll start your left turn just by stabbing at the rudder there. That'll put you in a bank.
Where's the horse park that I see on the map?
That's it right there. You're turning over it. That thing at 11 o'clock low. It's not really a horse park anymore. Keep the turn coming so you're headed that way. Good.
The Crystal Springs reporting point is kind of right lined up with us here.
Yeah, I like that water tower. You see that little water tower on the hill, right?
Yep.
All right, you can start your climb again. We'll go over those clouds. Good. Always right rudder with that power. Good, like that. Perfect. Good. I'll stop your pitch right about there. Yeah. What's that noise?
That's our altitude.
Yep. Good.
Hey, flight 14, same intentions?
Flight center parking.
This cloud you're looking at is what kind of airspace are we flying in here?
We are currently in Echo.
Good. So how far away from that cloud do we have to stay?
November, remain outside Bravo, frequency change approved.
Outside of Bravo, frequency change approved, 6198 November.
Good. So in Echo, how far away from clouds do we have to stay?
Just clear of them.
Nope. 500 below, 1,000 above, and 2,000
that's right.
to the
Sorry,
side.
152, yeah.
So let's turn right 10 degrees. We'll go through that little sort of hole. Nice job.
Okay.
Yeah, good. Just working against the rudders. You can go all the way up to 3,500 here.
Okay.
So we'll go straight for a few minutes here, and then we'll make a left turn to the south.
Okay.
So yeah, flow check.
Okay, cruise check, throttle good. This thing, I find that the leaning is not that helpful, the assist.
No, it's not.
Alright, should we plug in the Unicom? K-half one?
No, we're actually going to go maneuver to the south, do some maneuvering for some of those exercises we talked about, and then we'll end up there at Half Moon Bay.
Alright.
So, once we're clear of clouds here, let's turn left about, whatever that is, 70 degrees.
Alright.
Good. Just take the descent if you want. Your nose will descend a little bit. There you go, and then bring that wing up. That's a good heading.
Oh,
Nice.
interesting that you fly with the rudders like that.
Yeah, right? It's all about the secondary effects because you're swinging that wing through the air, you're getting more airflow over it.
Yep.
So,
We need to watch out here.
what? Yeah, the Bravo.
Bravo's at 4,000.
Be at 6 in just a moment. But I kind of get this going.
So that a little bit.
Yeah, good. How that works?
Why does it keep climbing when I do that?
Well, it's climbing because it's in this, what they could, it's in that positive dynamic stability where when you banked, we lost lift, so we started down.
Yep.
And the airplane had a tendency to return the initial condition, and now it's just in these dampening oscillations. Remember reading about that?
Yep.
Positive dynamic stability, it's called.
Yep.
Good. Awesome. I will get out to the coast here, and let me just give you a couple more turns, and then we'll do the shape drawing exercise.
Yep. I'm just trying to lose some altitude. All right.
All right. Let's turn right about 70 degrees.
Right.
So see how you're losing vertical lift here, your nose is coming down? Now pick that wing up. Good, pick it up, a little more stab at it if you have to. Good, now the airplane will go into that oscillation because it's trying to recover.
I see.
You would stop that if you had yoke.
Right.
Right. So what's going to happen now is eventually it'll slow down, the nose will come down, and you should just keep power constant if you want it to dampen out. There you go, and it's sort of in that oscillation.
Wow.
That's enough bank right there. And if you fly like this, you'll make your backseat passengers sick, so
Okay.
try to avoid that. Alright, let's just pick up that way.
83 Quebec's ready. Bonanza 983 Quebec, St. Carlos, again. We are ready to go in the run-up.
Alright.
83 Quebec, Belmont, Blue departure, runway 30, clear for takeoff.
Let's go back to you using the yoke. Let's use a good, I don't have a marker with me, so pick something on the window. You can use some of that crazing or anything that feels like a good solid
I do have
reference.
a marker, I think.
Oh, you do? Oh, nice. Good. Well, then you can make your own reference. Just make like an X, like your scope.
Where do you want it? On the horizon?
On the horizon's fine, yeah. Here's your same level. Alright, good. Let's try this. This is just, again, it's more dexterity, but this time you're cross-controlling the airplane if you need to.
Yep.
So let's start with one that sounds like it'd be pretty easy. Let's just draw a square. Okay, so you want me to demo one?
Yep.
Alright, so I got the airplane, I got the flight
You got
controls. Yeah. And so I would pitch up, say to go up on the square, then right rudder opposite aileron to keep the wings level, then down, and then back like that.
Wow. Okay.
See it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to just make some shapes, okay?
So up.
Good, right rudder, good, just enough aileron to keep the wings level, then down, good, then back across, nice. So now you're using the ailerons to sort of mitigate the secondary effects.
Up. Over.
Good,
Down.
down, more aileron to stop.
Bonanza 83 Quebec,
back
runway,
across.
sorry, Bonanza 83 Quebec, remain outside Bravo and Charlie airspace, contact Oakland Tower, safe flight. Thanks, we're back, sir.
What am I doing wrong on that comeback? So left.
Not enough aileron, not enough opposite aileron to stop the bank.
Okay, so up. Over.
Good, now down.
Down.
More aileron to stop the bank, good, and then back across, and then stopping
That way.
Right, so the ailerons are just there. Why don't you just start with that? Just yaw the airplane, but don't let the wings bank this time. Good, more aileron to stop it. There you go, like that, right?
So up. Over.
Good, with more aileron, like that.
I see.
And down.
Down.
That was like a rectangle, but that's fine. Then when you come back across, you're so you're just using the ailerons to stop the secondary effects of the rudder.
Down.
Let's try it. Yeah, good. So you feeling that a little bit?
Yep.
All right, let's try a different shape. Maybe a circle.
Okay. So let's go up, over.
Look at you, good, like that. And then back around. Nice.
That's a good maneuver.
I mean, dexterity, right? Just trying to get, it's not coordinated, but it's just helping you work with your feet.
Yep.
So we had worked on dexterity now, 2 exercises. I had Austin fly all the way out to the practice area using only the rudders, and he was doing a great job here kind of drawing shapes, and that requires a lot of cross-controlling. So I thought it was time to start moving toward coordinating the rudder and the aileron together. And this started with a Dutch roll demo. I wanted Austin to feel the stuff we had talked about in our pre-flight briefing, which was a review of adverse aileron yaw and talking about how larger deflections give you larger roll rates and will make this entire exercise easier to feel. I also told him that, you know, the word seat of your pants flying, you can start to feel the rudder required by which side feels like you're getting more pressure. If you feel like something's pushing up on the right side of your seat, that's the rudder you need or more of it, or you're using too much of the other rudder. And it comes in, you know, when you're using fast roll rates, it's just a split second. I don't even want to say a second. It's a thought behind the aileron input, because we have to kind of create that lift, feel that drag, and bring that rudder in just, you know, almost simultaneously. So anyway, this is how it went.
You want me to get it?
First, I just want to show you these Dutch rolls. So we're going to put our feet flat on the floor.
Yep.
Just roll the airplane back and forth. These are called Dutch rolls. And what I want you to notice is you're used to looking at that little aiming point. Notice that the nose, like we said, because of the adverse aileron yaw, moves opposite the direction of, right? So when I go like this, the nose goes left. When I go like this, the nose goes right. And try to feel that in your seat. Right? So here I go left, I should feel the left side. Right? Here I go right, I should feel the right side. And notice how it's a little after I do it that I feel it. Right? Why don't you try that? Just those are Dutch rolls. Don't use rudders. Just as fast as you're comfortable, just roll back and forth. Good. Try to feel it. So
you're watching traffic, right?
Yep. Here you go left. Now you feel it on the left side.
Yep.
Here you go right. Feel it on the right side. All right. Good. A little faster. Use bigger roll rates. There you go. Like that. And then back to the left. Feel it on the left side. You feel that?
How it's lighter. It gets lighter.
It gets heavier on the right. Right now it feels like someone's pushing up on the right. Go hard left. Now it feels like someone's pushing up on the left. Now I'll go to the right. It feels like someone's pushing up on the right. But the feeling comes a little bit after the aileron in. All right, so let's try to use rudders now. So bring the rudder into it. Try to neutralize that feeling in your seat. There you go, like that. And then back to the right as fast as you feel comfortable, like that. Good, right? That might have been a hair too much rudder, right? Don't lead it with rudder. That's perfect.
I see.
Right?
Slightly follows it, huh?
Yeah, it's a slightly behind the aileron. I don't even want to say a second. It's like a fraction of a second behind the aileron. Hard aileron, then the rudder comes. Yep, that's it. All right, good. So, how's that feeling good?
Yeah.
It's feeling good to me. Okay, so let me come in. The last one we were going to do up here in the practice area, I got the flight controls.
Got the controls?
Is that I got the controls. We're flying, let's see, 2050 gives us about 95 knots. That evasion exercise. When we say like traffic, 12 o'clock, we want to go hard left. So you're going to roll as hard as you can. You're going to turn 90 degrees, and then this is an important one, rudder coming out of this as well. Right? So rudder comes out, and you're going to go back to the right. Okay, so you got it?
Yep.
All right, so if we had traffic at 12 o'clock, you roll hard right.
Yep. Right now?
Yep.
Station 121 Lima Lima, San Carlos Tower.
Little power pull.
Runway 30, clip takeoff.
Good, and then come out of it. Rudder and aileron together. All right, let's polish that up a little bit.
Okay.
Why would we want power in the middle of the turn?
Altitude.
Speed, really, yeah. I'm going to just pull the altitude with power to this to keep your speed. All right, so then power can come back once you're out of it.
Okay.
There you go. You can go back to the left. Traffic is no factor.
Okay.
All right.
Ready?
Yep, let's go hard left. Good, pull to hold altitude. There you go. And then come out of it. More aileron. There you go, like that. The end of that was good, then power back.
I see. Okay.
All right. I'm going to go to the comm. Go to the right.
Right?
Yeah, 22.9.
Okay.
Yep. Pull and power. Good, and then come out of it. Good, nice. All right, so you see how anytime you roll in or out and how fast you go depends on how much rudder you're going to use.
Yep.
All right. Down there we have a non-towered field. You maybe want to turn left 70 degrees and just do what's required to get us down there.
Okay. Let's get the AWOS real quick.
All right.
Or no?
Yep.
I can't really see here.
Oh, you can have that back. Well, I do this so you're not staring at it.
So we still manage it from here?
Oh, shit, that doesn't help you, does it? Yeah. Well,
or you can plug it in from over there.
Yeah, what is the AWAS? 1277? 12727?
12727.
Alright, so there it is. And we'll just keep things the way they were. Got airspeed there if you want it.
Remarks.
Use caution for airbag activity west and southwest of the airport over the water between 1,500 and 4,000 feet. Noise abatement procedure and marine sanctuary overflight restrictions are in effect.
South transient ramp closed for driver's training. For Princeton access, follow signs of temporary parking and free shuttle.
Start to descend.
Yeah. What altitude are you going to descend to?
1,100.
Okay, good.
Half Moon Bay Airport. Automated weather observation. 1733 Zulu. Weather. Wind 270 at 6 knots. Visibility 9er. Sky condition clear below 12,000 feet. Temperature 13 Celsius. 2.9er Celsius. Altimeter 3007 inches of mercury. Remarks.
Alright, can you adjust that?
Airbag activity west and southwest of the airport.
007.
I can't do it actually. Well, I can do it.
Alright, so runway 30, is this left pattern or right?
Let's take a look at the chart.
South transient ramp closed for driver's training. For Princeton access, follow signs of temporary parking and free shuttle.
Right pattern for 30, so we can cross at midfield, right?
Bay Airport. Automated weather observation. 1734 Zulu. Weather. Wind 2.
Alright, do we have Unicom in 122.9?
Visibility 9er. Sky.
1. It's 122.8, right?
Yes.
Then.
There you go.
Half Moon Bay traffic, Skyhawk 6198 November, crossing midfield, entering the right downwind for 30, Half Moon Bay.
Hold, that entry felt a little rushed to me. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
Okay.
1,000. Rushed in the sense that like we should have taken our time.
Yeah, just take a little more time. I mean, we're diving into pattern altitude. Barely. I mean, you know, we barely made the calls at the right time and all that.
Okay. Half Moon Bay traffic, Skyhawk 98 November is downwind for 30, Half Moon Bay. All right, let's add 10 degrees flaps. All right. Go ahead and make our turn. Half Moon Bay traffic, Skyhawk 98 November is right base for 30, Half Moon Bay. Okay, we're inside the white, we're going to go flaps 20. High, wind 70, so a little bit from the left. Lights on, mixture full rich. On both. The runway made. Full flaps.
Right here, we're 80 knots. We need better airspeed control on final. So the whole thing felt a little rushed to me.
Yeah, it did.
We need to like just slow her down. Okay, so let's go around.
Go around.
Okay, that was an important reminder not to get behind the airplane, and your best tool for staying in front of the airplane is actually slowing the airplane down. So Austin rushed that entire arrival, and we're borderline, unsafe. And certainly don't try to land. If you find yourself doing that, just execute it, go around, get everything lined up the way you want it, and try again. Plus, I wanted to see him do one landing, but I was pretty sure we were going to head straight into the exercise where we line up with the edge of the runway, and then in the flare, move the airplane to the center line, and then stop that corrective action also, so that you land over the center line, protecting the nose wheel lined up with the runway. There wasn't a huge crosswind today, so we kind of had to do something like that, invent our own lateral exercise just to practice those crosswind skills.
Half Moon Bay traffic, Skyhawk 6198 November, turning right crosswind for runway 30, staying in the pattern, Half Moon Bay. All right.
There you go, that's better.
quite square, but let's work way up. Half Moon Bay traffic, Skyhawk 98 November, right downwind for 30, Half Moon Bay. Okay,
Half Moon Bay traffic, Cessna 733 Bravo Echo, 2 miles to the north. We have that right downwind traffic in sight. We'll enter the pattern behind you for 30, Half Moon Bay.
Right, so let's pumps, we've got gas, undercarriage is fixed, mixture full rich, propeller is good, belts are secured.
Don't descend here in the pattern.
Alright, so we're getting a, and we're going to pull power out to about 1500, and we're under 110, so we're going to add 2 degrees of flaps, and then we're going to pitch for about 85 knots.
Exactly 85.
Exactly 85.
There you go.
Half Moon Bay traffic, Cessna 3 Bravo Echo, entering right 45, 30, Half Moon Bay.
Half Moon Bay traffic, Cessna 98 November, right base for 30, Half Moon Bay. Right, we're inside the white, good so on altitude, so we'll add 20. We're looking for 75 on airspeed. Slow it down. There we go. Turn our final. Half Moon Bay traffic, Skyhawk 98 November, final for 30, Half Moon Bay. Okay. Flaps, and that's 5.
On this approach, I really just wanted to see how Austin was going to do. If there was any wind down there at all, I wanted to see if he was going to use the exercises we just finished and apply them here, low to the ground and over the runway.
Ready?
Yep.
Alright, we got rotate speed. Y. Half Moon Bay traffic, Skyhawk 98 November is on the go, staying in right pattern for 30, Half Moon Bay.
Half Moon Bay traffic, Cessna 3 Bravo Echo, right base, 30, Half Moon Bay.
Alright, 200 feet, flaps are good.
Yep. Let's use upwind, not on the go.
Okay. Call at every leg.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Yep.
Half Moon Bay traffic, Cessna. Full stop, Half Moon Bay.
This time make the pattern square. Your VY is perfect. Things are looking good. Nice, much better pattern.
Yep. Okay, there's our pattern altitude. Let's get it down to about 2200 and then we can make our turn. Half Moon Bay traffic, Skyhawk 98 November, right downwind for 30, Half Moon Bay. Right, so 1100. Our gumps, undercarriage, propeller. Good.
Alright, let me take you just for a second.
Yep.
I'm going to demo this one. This is what I want you to do next time.
Okay.
And let's just tighten up the screws for the exercise of it, and we'll do power off approaches. So just power to idle at the beam, and then you'll pitch for each airspeed as you come around.
Okay.
We're going to line up with the wrong side of the runway.
Yep.
And then move the airplane to the center line, which requires introducing a side slip and then
Yep.
also stopping the side slip.
Yep.
Okay, so it's going to look like this. Already did gumps at the abeam position. We're just going to go power to idle.
Half Moon Bay traffic, Cessna 3
We're not going to let the nose fall.
30, Half Moon Bay.
I'm going to put in 10 degrees flaps, below 110 flaps 10, and then start a down line at 85. I got slow, so I'm going to catch up on it right now. I'm mostly looking for a pitch attitude that gives me 85. There it is. There. Good, okay. About here on the 45, I'll turn right base, inside the white arc, flaps 20. I'll just keep the same sight picture, and hopefully that'll give me 75.
Yep.
So in this way, this will kind of tune up give you precision airspeed control. You have no choice but to pitch for the speed. Right. All right, here's our key position, high, low, fast, slow. We're 75, we're right on the money. I don't think we're low. The final approach path is clear. Again, carb heat, there isn't any gases on both, undercarriage is down, mixture's full rich. And as I turn in on the runway here, I'm going to wait till the last minute because I'm a little high.
Yep.
And I'll go full flaps, inside the white arc, flaps full. And now I should look for 65.
Yep.
But I said I'm going to line up with the wrong side of the runway. So like,
Yep.
let's imagine I was lined up over here.
Okay.
All right, 65 is in the bag. And what I want you to do is sort of at the last minute is move the airplane, in this case, to the right.
Yep.
You could line up with the other side too. That's going to be point the ailerons in the direction you want the airplane to move and sort of do it during the flare. So here's the flare. I want the airplane to move this way. I point right, push left, and then I stop it by pointing left, pushing right.
Yep.
And now I'm on the center line.
Yep.
Okay, so.
Yep.
Right. Sorry,
Yep.
I was a little too much right rudder. Did you feel that?
Yep.
Yeah.
You ready?
Okay, good. Yeah. You got the airplane.
I got the airplane. At the white, we're going to add 20. Half Moon Bay, Skyhawk, 98 November, right base for 30, Half Moon Bay. And because it looks like we're a little high. Or low, I mean, sorry.
Yeah, so if you're low, just leave flaps where they are.
Yep.
Slide in at the 65.
Alright, let's find it. So let's... Half Moon Bay, Skyhawk 98 November, final for 30, Half Moon Bay.
Good, line up with the left or the right, just not on the center.
That's right.
Keep
I
your nose
forgot
down
about that.
until you're ready to move it. Okay, see how you're pitching up a little bit? We're getting a little slow. Let's move back toward the center.
Okay.
There you go. A little power. There you go, like that, good. And then stop the motion. Can you bring us back down real gentle, like?
Not quite gentle.
We're getting
like,
there. We're getting there.
Alright, so maintain a little more speed and start my flare a little lower. And start on the left this time. Okay, so there's our beam. Down to 1500, hold the nose up. Flaps.
And then set your downline, power to idle, push forward.
Power to idle, push forward. Okay, looking for 85.
Moon Bay traffic, Cessna 733 Bravo Echo, right crosswind 30 on a right crosswind departure, Half Moon Bay.
Okay. Half Moon Bay traffic, Skyhawk 908 November, right base for 30, Half Moon Bay. Alright, 75.
The cops are practicing driving.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Alright, so you're actually 85 here, so go full flaps.
Full flaps.
There you go.
Start on the left-hand side and then carve some altitude off here.
We have plenty of runway, so don't dive at it. Just hold 65. You'll get at least, there you go, good. Up a little bit so don't get fast. There you go. Just like that.
Yep.
Alright, yeah, and imagine you thought that was the center line.
Yep.
Good, looking good.
Okay. To feel ground effect is when you want me to go over?
Yeah, like right about now.
Okay.
Go ahead and go over. Nope. So more aileron left. Yep, good, perfect. And then stop that by going aileron back the other way. Protect your nose. Not bad. All right, not bad. Getting there. That's the idea.
I just need to get it back.
You should be able to move it that way.
Yeah.
You can see on that last one that Austin used too much rudder, not enough aileron, which is super common because people just generally get a little ground shy until they get comfortable with how much bank is okay close to the ground. They tend to, minimize the bank and then push more rudder somehow to compensate. So just you can go back and watch that nose go left, but that's a really common mistake. Remember, we're just using enough rudder to prevent the nose from coming with us.
Okay, we're going to line up with the right, you said, right?
Yep.
Okay.
The flaps fold here too, a little high.
Cool.
I hope you not dive at it.
Right.
Plenty of runway to do it, so just get your final approach speed where you want it.
Yep.
Good. Keep the nose down like this.
Yep.
I'll come up on the nose.
Yep.
Alright, now point the ailerons, stop the motion. Good, like that. Good, and then stop that from happening. So, there you go. Close. A bit of drift there at the end.
So there's so much going on here, right? I mean, you're trying to move the airplane laterally, stop that motion, keep the airplane lined up with the center line, and flare. It's like patting your head and rubbing your stomach. The only way to get good at it is to practice, but the secret to it is knowing where to look to get the data you need about what the airplane's actually doing. So it's kind of nice here where we can kind of, turn the lights down, as it were, and look out the window and just try to get those little reference points. Is the, look over to the left there. Is the Lindbergh reference valuable? What is it that tells you what the airplane's doing? Because that's the secret to getting this right. Once you know what the plane's doing, then it's just a matter of learning the mechanical inputs to get it to, do what you want it to do. At this point, I thought it might be helpful for him to see another demo of how I do this. Often I can't verbalize what it is I'm doing on the flight controls, and I'll ask the students to ride along. That is, rest their hands and feet on the controls so they can feel the inputs and start to develop the muscle memory, but don't resist me or attempt to control the airplane in any way. You're just touching it to learn.
I think where I was screwing up there is I was using opposite rudder, but I'm not supposed to do that. When I turn back right, I should be using right rudder to get the nose back right.
Oh, in this move, it's always going to be opposite rudder.
Always.
Yeah. This is a cross-controlled situation, right? So, let's see, below 110, flaps 10, and we got gumps, gas, undercarriage down to welded, mixtures rich. Now we're going to go right to 75. So, final approach is clear, flaps 20, 75. Try to feel the controls, feel what I'm doing. Notice that I'm just using enough rudder to stop the nose from following, like from coming with the turn.
Yep.
And you can see what'll happen in a normal turn because I'm about to make one. Yep. But like in a normal turn, if I bank the wings, the nose comes with. In fact, I want the rudder to come with. That's what we've been working on in the practice area, right?
Yep.
But for this particular move, we're trying to develop lateral control while keeping the nose of the airplane down the runway.
Yep.
But here I'm not lined up with anything. If I land now,
Right.
it's going to feel side loady, right?
Yep.
I'm just going to like side load. But here, I'm lined up with the right side of the runway.
Yep.
Kind of like this, right? So now my feet are just keeping the nose there.
Yep.
All right, so here's the point, and then there's the opposite rudder just to keep the nose going down the runway. And then here I'm going to stop that effect by pointing back in this direction, then flaring it.
Doesn't feel like you used any left rudder there.
I didn't. I used
Correct.
left aileron, right rudder.
I got the controls?
You got the flight controls.
All right, and this really worked. The three-prong strategy worked, so by the end of the day, Austin was doing much, much better with his rudder. I am aware that we're going to have to stay on this, though. Rome was not built in a day, and for us to really develop the laws of use the laws of primacy to develop Austin's foundation here, we have to stay on top of this. We'll have to repeat this lesson as much as necessary, but at least 3 or 4 times. Probably interspersed with other lessons, but we'll keep coming back to it, and I think new connections will be made.